Hello everyone. Many of you'll know me as Gavin Brown from my music videos with my instrument, but I'd like to do a YouTube video about my tank tune on Star Trek Online. Now, a few of you who have run with me in Hive Elite will know me as Ezzri. That's my tank tunes handle. So let's begin. I'm in the Tholian Tarantula Dreadnought Cruiser T6, and this is my HSE tank build. Okay, so first of all, I think the first thing to talk about is the space set. Now I've got the 4-piece. Now a lot of people don't use the 4-piece of whatever reputation set they're using because there's other things that they like to incorporate, like the 2-piece competitive set, which gives nice boosts and bonuses to crits and turn rate, etc, etc. Right, so the big thing about this is the 4-piece clicky that you get from having all 4 pieces, the power of math. Now, you can only get the best use of this if you have around 200,000 hull. You get the maximum bonus. Like with the 2-piece of this, you get the at 200k hull you get 120% extra hull regeneration, which is massive with a capital M. Okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks. Right, so these are the weapons I'm using. You'll see that I'm not using one weapon type, I'm using many weapon types, and I'm just using the packs consoles to give me a flat beam weapon boost. So yeah, I've got the DPRM, which is probably a must for most builds, if not all, I would say. Being a tank and support, I've got the overloaded SIF linkage, which is really good for everybody within 10 kilometers of me. It just get a flat hull regeneration and resistances. Yep. And the other one I like using is the reiterative structural capacitor, because everybody within 4k of me, while I'm taking all the damage, which if I'm doing my job right, and I usually do, I will be taking all the damage, and that soaks up all that damage and transfers it as healing to me and everyone else around me, which is awesome. I've got the Tholian web cannon, which I used. It's just wonderful. I have such fun using that, and it procs control amp, which is nice. I've got 3 of these packs consoles to give me resists and hull capacity, and I've got the 3-piece of this reinforced armaments. The set, I've got this console, the torpedo, and the Omni. And then I've got the omnidirectional pulse phaser, probably quite rare, but I managed to get one. And then I've got the cutting beam. So that pretty much sets me up for that. Now for traits, I'm using emergency weapon cycle, attack pattern delta prime. I might change that later. History will remember a must have for any tank build in the game. Must have. If you're able to get the ship and you don't have it yet, get it if you want to be a tank. Okay, vaulting ambition. This is quite expensive, but I just thought, I think I need it. When all your enemies are below 20% hull, 175% crit severity when you actually do crit. So that is massive, and that helps the team. And then Honoured Dead. That's just a no-brainer for a tank, especially with all those Borg stacking plasma dots that you can get. It just eats your hull. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Then Tyler's duality. Again, it's another one of those things that to get the maximum bonus out of it, it requires you to have 200k hull, which I don't have right now. I just have shy of that. But when threatening stance kicks in, yeah, it gives me over 200k. So I get the maximum bonus. And fortified hull, Og's power, defense, the hull repairing nanites, and precision. Okay. And then give your all, bulkhead technician, biotech patch. Oh, one moment, stupid thing. Yep, biotech patch, fleet coordinator. Now that I didn't used to have on my build because it used to be not as good. It used to say something like 2% all damage per team member, which translates to just a few points because it's category 1 boost. But now it changed with recent patches, and they made it 2% bonus all damage per team member. So the bonus damage making it category 2 is a flat percentage boost extra, and it's up to 10% when you have everybody on the team using it, which is fantabulous. Yeah, so living hull. I didn't used to think much of this, but I looked at the boost it gives, and it's quite substantial. And when I go back to this, I've got over 500% hull repair rate, and that's not even probably the max it can go, but it's good enough for me for what I want. Then repair crews, I think it's a must-have for a tank. It's pretty much a neutronium on steroids because it gives hull repair rate as well. So I don't even need to put a neutronium in engineering console on the ship. It's just really good. Then superior techie, yep, hull restoration and damage control for the passive hull regeneration, wonderful. Terran targeting systems, yep, that has to be a must-have. Extra critical severity just for equipping it. Not a lot of traits do that, if that. And then the last one, unconventional systems. Now that I took some thinking about, but I thought, yep, I used to hate that all hands on deck starship trait wouldn't it wouldn't give me a cooldown reduction to my universal console clickers. I automatically assumed they were captain skills, but they weren't seen as that. They were just given by the console. So this trait's given me the ability to use a control bridge officer ability to actually cool down my universal clickers, which is wonderful. That's just a must-have for my build, really. What else? Oh yeah, duty officers. I have 2 energy weapons officers with beam overload to cause all attacks against the target to gain 35% shield penetration. So I've got 2 of those, so when I use beam overload on single targets, boom boom shake the room, all that stuff. Then I've got the attack pattern delta threat generation duty officer. So when I use delta, it helps with giving me extra threat when they're targeting me. So because I've already got them targeting me already, it's giving me a little boost to the spike of threat that I already have. So it's helping keep the threat away from the team. The matter antimatter specialist, I do use on my spam bar, I use auxiliary power to inertial dampers. So the duty officer gives it extra duration, and it gives plus 40 energy damage resistance rating, which is cool. And I think it's only down like 2 seconds out of its cooldown cycle, thanks to that, which is awesome. And then I've got the 2 nurse doffs, which gives me plus 20% hull regeneration each, which is really good. I like that. And I think that's it. Yeah, I changed a couple of bridge officers out. I've got 2 SROs, the Superior Romulan Operatives. I've got 2 the Jem'Hadar Vanguard bridge officers, because they have a lesser version of the SRO crit stats on them, but you know, I'm not a Romulan, so I can't have 5 SROs, so you do what you can. And then I've got a Krenim officer, which gives me cooldowns reduction to my engineering abilities, which is nice. Personal space traits, give your all. Wonderful trait, I think, because you can cycle any of these wonderful engineering abilities once every 3 seconds, and it will give you a proc of dodge 20% of all incoming damage for that 3-second period. So yeah, it's good. I have bulkhead technician, biotech patch. Oh, I've gone through these, but yeah, I didn't really go through that, but never mind. Okay, I've gone through it now. I think that's it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you were all able to take away a little something from this. If not, fine, but thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Alright then. Okay, bye bye.